All right, you guys. So salute everybody. Ticket TV live streams. Shouts out to the LDBC. Salute to A Weapons. Z Rep Midlife Music. And let's get right into this video as breaking news, man. So Brittnay Renner's plan, which it seems like it was now, a plan that was plotted and deviated to destroy uh, NBA player PJ Washington and his career, has now just been snuffed out. Now, apparently, we talked about this a couple days ago, where there was a videotape release, and that tape, I agree with what the brother Two Raw said in his video. When I look back at that tape, that son is older than what it looks like in that tape. That tape might have been a little bit older, and it just was released. And I'm wondering, why would that tape just have been released? I was just thinking about the last couple of days, and now it comes to find out that PJ Washington just got a new $90 million 4 year deal. And it seems like she was trying to destroy him from getting this deal, hence dropping this paperwork before, or dropping that video before the deal. And this is why I said, when I responded to my brother Town Business, when he was like, nah, you can say SMD. I said, bro, you don't do that. You don't play with your money like that in contracts. I didn't even know PJ Washington was up with it for a contract. But all this type of stuff can affect you in contract negotiations, affect you in brand deals. You work for a corporation. So you have to understand and respect and protect that corporation, because if you don't, and if you say or do anything you think you want to say or do, and you want to fall into, I got rights to set a third, well, then the company feels like I got rights too, and I can take this money from you. And then you end up in situations like Shannon Sharp and these other guys who work for these major media companies who are paying these big dollars, and now they can just take their money away from you. Same thing with these sponsorships and corporations. So now what you have done is you have put yourself in a trick bag and allowed yourself to have your money taken away from you because you couldn't practice self-control and say, you know what, I'm choosing my money over these hoes. Period. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna roll in the dirt with a chick that's trying to get me and trying to sabotage. Because this is the easy work. The tape coming out when it did, she knew he was in contract negotiations. In my opinion, she tried to destroy his contract. It backfired, didn't work, right? But you also got to think of what could have happened. What if? See what I'm saying? So if the brother Too Raw, what he said was right, which I'm starting to lean towards now, about this tape being older, the team might have looked at it and said, "Oh, that was an older situation that went by. Okay, we see what she tried to do. Boom, 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 boom. All right, now we're gonna move forward with this. Cool." But if that was fresh and it just happened, that could have really hurt this guy in his contract negotiation, knowing he's up for a new contract. See what I'm saying? That's why you always have to worry about your public image, things that are going on when you work in a professional world that pays you a check, whether you work for an NBA corporation, whether you work for a professional corporation on a job. The things you do, your actions can be held against you. So you have to think about that, right? And I'm just being honest with y'all, and I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all. And to people who say it's a toxic situation, no, what I'm saying is as a man and as a dude who's in a position of power, which PJ Washington is, you have power over yourself, your emotions, and how you react. Just because she want to act like a ratchet ass, trifling ass, dusty ass 304, don't mean you got to roll in the dirt with her. I'm not finna sacrifice my contract, my deals, my things to be rolling in the dirt with you. That's why you have to have a better mindset and have better discipline when you want to get to a certain, you know, level. You feel what I'm saying? And I just want to tell y'all that's how I feel about that. Once you want to get to a certain level, these are the different things you have to think about, right? You have to think about those things, because him even saying the stuff to her that he was saying, him rolling down the window, them getting into a physical altercation, that the wife and the mom, that could have ended bad for him, his contract. You know what I'm saying? So again, you always practice that. You always know, okay, man, I'm getting bread. You can't move the same way when you get money, when you ain't really getting no money like that. Niggas who ain't really getting no bread, they can talk any kind of way they want to talk because they ain't got shit to lose. Once you get money like that, bro, and you dealing with sponsorships, brands, teams, corporations that's paying you multi-millions of dollars, your conduct is in the contract. So you got to just watch how you moving in certain situations, right? Or you'll lose your job, be off TV, like Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp, and the rest of them, Joy Taylor. The list goes on. You'll lose your job like Charlie Dixon. You'll be out of there. You know what I mean? So they do have what they call moral clauses in contracts and different just how you treat yourself. They'll call it conduct unbecoming, things like that. So you got to think about that. That's why I said when you get that bag, man, get you a chick and sit your ass down somewhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? Get you a down ass chick. You know what I mean? Or if you got, or just sit your ass down somewhere and stack your bread, nigga. Don't let nobody trick you out of your bag, especially when you in your prime of your career, where this is the most money you probably gonna earn. This man had $90 million on the wood. Ain't no way in hell I'm getting into it, bro. She can say anything she want to say to me, nigga. I'm running sticks and stones, nigga. You heard you know the saying, sticks and stones, and I'm out. Period. Say whatever you want to say. You can call me a bitch. You can call me a hoe. You do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna argue with you. I'll get my son and get the fuck up out of here. And to the person who said he can bring his wife with him, that's not a good idea. You never bring your wife to shit like that. You always do stuff in a smart way. You meet at a mutual plus spot that's public, that has a lot of cameras outside. You bring you bring a friend of yours that is going to be a designated person to record the interaction always, whether he got a recorder from the car or whatever. He's always recording the interaction of the exchange, and you get out of there. You ain't even really got to say much. Just go get your son and get the fuck out of there. Why I'm sitting here and argue with you for put myself in a bad? That escalates stuff. That shows you where people's mindsets and mind levels are. When your mind level is on a low level, you don't think on a higher level. You don't think that, hey man, I got money on the wood right here, bro. I gotta move smarter and move better. Once you start getting bread like that, bro, and I learned this a long time ago, playing pro basketball, bro, you can't move the same way. Why? Because now we live in a world where now, once you start getting that type of money, people will sue you. They will try and go against you for any reason. So now you got to move different. That's to avoid these type of situations. But see, when I give these dudes this great advice, they don't want to listen. When I tell these niggas, hey, man, keep your hands off these goddamn women, that shit ain't going to do nothing for you. All it's going to do is drain all your bread. When we say this, then niggas will say you simping and all this other shit. When you just telling the truth. Nigga could have saved themselves all this money, all this, you know, pain and suffering their family got to go through, mental stress, all these things. If you just get your bread and get the hell out the way, like, man, I ain't got no time to deal with you, bro. I'm getting to the money, period. And that's just what it is. You get to the money, you get out the way. You don't roll in the dirt with dumb shit doing dumb. Brittnay Renner is a ratchet ass 304. She talks about getting on her knees, all this other nasty, disgusting, unladylike shit. Ain't no way in the world that I would have made a mistake having a kid with her and then still be outside knowing what she's capable of, rolling in the dirt with her. No, I'm taking my son. If he's crying, it is what it is. I put him in the seat. I'm rolling up the windows. I'm getting the fuck out of there. Simple as that. You ain't even got no conversation to have. See you when it's time to bring him back. That's it. That's how you move as a professional. That's how you shut all the foolishness down. You don't get in that ratchet ass shit going back and forth and doing all stuff, because that's what it does. It puts you in a trick bag. Now you sitting up here, everybody got to try and defend while you going back off of her. The people saying, nah. This is people who don't have that type of bread on the line. This is people who ain't dealing with this type. This is people who ain't touched no M's before. Once you start touching M's in life, you think differently, because that's life-changing money right there. That $90 million, and you see what she did. She put that shit out there right as she knew this nigga was going through contract negotiation. She put that shit out there trying to mess with this nigga's contract. Why? Because she knows that a lot of these things, as far as morality and stuff, but the good thing is that everybody's seen through it. So people was on her helmet. So this time, the public was on his side, not hers, because we already knew what type time she was on. But this is why I tell y'all, man, you know, you got to tell these young fellas the truth, man, and not give them excuses so they don't put themselves in these bad situations. You know, it's one thing where we say, hey, man, look, we trying to help prevent y'all from getting these situations, because then if we don't help prevent them and you get in them, now what happens is that you already in the trick. You already, like Corn Brown said, you in a do-low twist, nigga. You in a trick bag now. So try getting out that bag. Try getting out that trick bag now. So, most deaf. You know what I mean? She's a disgusting individual. She tried to destroy this man's contract. and it is what it is. And I'll call it for what it is. Like, y'all, man, listen, if you don't know me, nigga, I'm going to call it for what it is, man. If the nigga's on some bullshit, I'm going to call that shit what it is. I'm not going to sit out here and be on no cap, nigga. I'm going to tell it what it is. She's disgusting. To the person who said that we touched on the Kawhi situation, nigga, you a day late, $1 short. And see, this is what people always do on my channels. Y'all come in here, y'all act like I ain't talked about shit. And I done already been talked about it. Been talked about it, been did it, done it, whatever. Nigga, go three videos ago. Nigga, I talked about that shit early this morning. But this is what happens on YouTube. And then you got people like the brother right there coming here. Hey man, you can talk about the Kawhi situation, nigga. I've been talked about that shit. This is the same thing y'all did to me with the Skip Bayless situation. How many more videos you want me to do on that dusty ass Skip Bayless? I done did almost 10 to 15 videos on the dude. It ain't my fault people don't watch the videos to see the content. You say you just got this notification. That's not my fault. That's why I be trying to tell people. These motherfuckers be always talking this shit. But y'all, they don't see this part of the game, nigga. This is the reason why I stay to my goddamn self. I don't indulge in that bullshit or shit no niggas. I try and bring niggas together. I don't try to keep beefs going and shit like that. I try to bring brothers together and shit like that, but in front and behind the scenes. Ain't no fuck nigga bones in me, nigga. Period. That's why I stay to myself. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. The PJ Washington shit hit the fan. This chick right here, man, she on cap, nigga. She on cap. I didn't block you, dog. Somebody else must have blocked you. I got to go check your channel, brother. I see you in the comments. I see what your channel name is. I'll go check it. But yeah, I'm just telling y'all what's up, man. She tried to set this nigga up, bro. She's scum, period. I don't know why niggas even be still dealing with this chick. But it's going to be another nigga that deal with her. And I'm finna tell y'all what's going to happen. After all this shit these people don't see, it's going to be another nigga that go deal with this chick. And when she do this nigga dirty, everybody going to get mad talking about, so, oh, she did the nigga dirty. They ain't going to get mad at the nigga for seeing how she operate with everybody else and still deal with that chick. I'm just saying. She don't already let you know what it is. Like, share, subscribe, man. Hey, I really appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, supporting the network. Like, share, and subscribe. Once again, there are links. Get the free membership on our website. That way you guys won't miss any of our news update stories or videos. They're all on the website, ticketvmedia.com. You go over there. You can go right to the members part and become a free member. That way you guys will get all the updates. Also, straight drop weight loss formula. Make sure y'all go tap in and copy some of that, as well as subscribing to our podcast show. Link will be pinned at the top of the chat down there below. And also, we just appreciate all y'all who support the channel. Cash App, PayPal.